What's up guys, I'm your casual gamer. So in this video I'm going to tell you 5 modern beat 'em up games that you should try on PC right now. All 5 of these games will be available for purchase on Steam. And make sure to stay until the end of the video, and I'm going to show you 2 upcoming beat 'em up games that you may not know about. So make sure to stick around. Let's get into it. My first game is River City Girls. Now you guys may not know this, but the River City Ransom franchise has been around since 1989. These games were good because of their open world and action RPG character progression mechanics. The last game, River City Girls, was released in 2019, and this time there are 2 ladies who are on a path of vengeance after their boyfriends have been kidnapped, and these 2 girls plan on beating up everyone that stands in their way. This is a 16-bit beat 'em up that looks really good, and that's all thanks to the developer WayForward. They gave River City Girls large regions to explore with plenty of items to utilize in and out of battle, and a soundtrack that has some pretty catchy tunes. Something cool is both characters Kyoko and Masako have the ability to expand their moveset over time, which is a really nice feature. If you have played the River City Ransom series, you may agree that River City Girls was the best game in the series. Next up is Double Dragon Neon. It was developed by WayForward Technologies, and it's a reboot to the Double Dragon series. Before playing this game, the last time I played a Double Dragon game was way back on Super Nintendo, so it was nice to see Billy and Jimmy return for a new game though. So as you make your way through the stages, you'll unlock new abilities as you require new mixtapes. I know you guys are probably like, what are mixtapes in this game? Well, mixtapes raise your stats and sometimes gives you special abilities. There you go. Anyways, you and your partner can pull off slick combos together, and something cool in this game is in addition to punch, kick, jump, and a designated run button, the player now has an evade button for dodging attacks. If you're in a 2-player game, both Billy and Jimmy can utilize a special high five technique to split and share their life meters to an equal amount. Also, when one player is completely out of lives, he can steal one from the other player if he has at least 2 left. Now you don't see that in beat 'em ups. You can beat this game in probably 4.5 hours or less depending on how good you are, but it's good. This next game may be one you have never heard of, called The Takeover. You can tell this game got its inspiration from Streets of Rage and Final Fight, which isn't a bad thing. I love the neon color stages, and the throwback soundtracks both work perfect with beat 'em ups. The game controls are somewhat simple, but the combat system is deep. I mean, it's possible to keep an enemy in the air for at least 8 seconds while you get them straight punches and kicks. You can also use a sidearm that adds more complexity to each enemy encounter. The game modes available are Arcade, Survival, and Challenge. Plus, you can swap between all 4 characters during real-time gameplay in the game's relay mode. The Takeover brings back a lot of memories of past titles in the genre, while offering a fun combo complexity of fighting games. Trust me, if you're a beat 'em ups fan, you're gonna love playing through this game and pulling off as many dragon punches as you can. I'm telling you. Now we have Battletoads, a reboot of the Battletoads series, and the first new entry in years following the 1994's Battletoad arcade game. It was developed by Delilah Studios under supervision of Rare and published by Xbox Game Studios. They didn't try to make this game look retro, instead it got a refresh with a hand-drawn art style, more cartoony than the past game in the series. Not everyone liked this, but I think it looked kinda good. One thing I didn't really like is that you can beat the game in 4 to 5 hours, but it was a fun short experience, especially if you play it in co-op, with a friend of course. And the game has cutscenes that were nice breaks in gameplay. It was kinda like watching a cartoon before jumping back into the action. I wouldn't say this game is as hard as Battletoads games from back in the day, but it didn't hold your hand either. And if you have a friend that plays these types of games, then you guys need to get up and play through this game. I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. And the best beat 'em up game on PC is Streets of Rage 4. Now this is my favorite beat 'em up series, and honestly, I never thought I would see a sequel since Streets of Rage 3 was released back in 1994. See, what happened was Sega gave their beat 'em up IPs rights to developer Dotemu, Guard Crush Games, and Lizardcube to create a fourth official entry. They combined their talents to create what I say is the best modern beat 'em up game to date, that being Streets of Rage 4 of course. One of the best games from the franchise, besides Streets of Rage 2. I would say that's the best, but this game takes a close second. They didn't try to copy the pixelated style of the first 3 games, instead we got an animated 2D art style. The games have always had good gameplay and nothing changed. This game has plenty of crazy combos to pull off, and my favorite thing from the first 3 games were playing through the levels and enjoying the music. This game also keeps the dope electronic dance music, which is great. There's Easter eggs, cool unlockables, and challenging modes, making Streets of Rage 4 the best modern day beat 'em up you can play right now on PC. Also real quick, I want to mention 2 upcoming beat 'em up games. The first one being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder Revenge, a side-scrolling beat 'em up developed by Tribute Games, inspired by the designs of the 1987 original animated series and the games that were released in that time period. The game will have 4-player local or online co-op multiplayer, and is set to be released this year with no official date, not only for PC, but it will also be available for Nintendo Switch. And the second game is Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch, being developed by Enter Bang. It's a hand-drawn arcade-style side-scrolling beat-em-up with tag-team mechanics, ridiculous humor, and fast-paced action. So no official release date on this one as well, but I expect to see it sometime this year. And it will have 2-player local multiplayer. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you already know what to do. Make sure to hit that like button. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.